Well, it has been a minute since I've given you guys an update. I'm kind of going to go over some things and explain to you why it's been a minute. And hopefully inspire and help you. Maybe. So I want to say it's been 2 or 3 months since I've gave an update on my health, my weight, everything. Life, everything. I want to say weight-wise, the last time I checked in with you guys, I was in the mid-360s, upper 360s, somewhere in that area. This morning, I clocked in at 330. So I'm down 30-ish pounds since the last time I gave you guys an update, which is, praise God, that's awesome. That's amazing. I'm so thankful He's helping me get through this. Pretty much cut out sweets, or not cut them out. I may have one every couple of days and cut out sodas. I don't drink sodas, period. I've pretty much nixed sodas. If I drink a soda now, it hurts my stomach. So I'm like, yes, I finally kicked that. But I've also been been going through some other things. I don't know if y'all remember, those of you that watched the video where I talked about the panic attack I had last summer. Due to severe dehydration and energy drinks kicking my butt because I work swing shift. So when you work swing shift, your body is never used to, it's hard for your body to heal. It's hard for your body to get used to anything. So working night shift, working a lot of overtime last summer, I was murdering energy drinks, like 2 and 3 a day on top of coffee, on top of sodas. So all that caffeine compiled up on me, and I was severely dehydrated, and it threw me into a panic attack. Thought I was having a heart attack. Went through the steps to the heart doctor. They told me my heart was fine. I was severely dehydrated. I do need to lose weight, so that's why I've been trying to lose weight. But I'll say all that to say this. Whenever I had that panic attack, it threw me into something that I never thought I would deal with. And that was anxiety. I know May is Mental Health Month, and so I wanted to get on here and just kind of share my thoughts and share what I went through, what I'm going through, what I'm doing now to better myself. Anxiety, that is no joke. I've heard people talk about anxiety for years, and I'm like, okay, just because I've always been the type I can shut my mind off and like block out things. Well, when the anxiety started bothering me really, really bad after that panic attack last July, I got to where I couldn't shut my mind down. My mind was always racing, just negative thought after negative thought, scared thought after scared thought, and I couldn't kick it. So I've battled it and battled it and battled it all the way up to about 2-3 weeks ago, I think now, 2 weeks ago. And I made an appointment to go see my doctor. And I was praying because I am, first and foremost, I am a Christian. I'm a child of God. I believe He is the great physician. And there's no medicine out there that can heal us like He can. Understand that. But I also think that He puts doctors and medicine on this earth to help us when we need it. I just want to clear the air on that. Sometimes there's a case where you may have to be put on medicine, and that's where I'm at. I had to be put on anxiety medicine. Never in my wildest dreams would I have thought I'd been put on anxiety medicine. I call it my crazy pill when I have to take it. My wife thinks that's funny, and so does my mom, but that's what I feel like it is. I feel like it's a crazy pill, but it's helping me. Praise God, it's helping me. So I've been on that for about 2 to 3 weeks now, and it has done wonders for my mind. It has helped me so much. It's helped me focus. I'm not near as tired and drained. The anxiety will drain you. If you've never dealt with anxiety, it will drain the life out of you. I was not good for my family. I was not good for me. I wasn't good for the Lord. I was blah. That was it. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to go fishing. And when I was dealing with this during hunting season, it was hard for me to go hunting. Like, these are my hobbies. This is what I love to do. If I'm not at work, or I'm not spending time with my family, and we're not in church, I'm fishing or I'm hunting. And the only thing I wanted to do was be with my family and go to church, because that's one thing we do as a family. We go to church Sunday morning, Sunday night, and Wednesday night, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. That was it. I was having a hard time being at work. I was having severe anxiety at work. And that was the straw that broke the camel's back. I'm a provider. I have to provide for my family. And it was starting to affect me wanting to go to work. And nothing's ever affected me wanting to go to work. So that's when I was like, I got to do something. So I was praying, Lord, if I need to be on medicine, let me know. Let me know. The day before my doctor's appointment to go talk to them about anxiety medicine and do the anxiety screening, I was at work that night and I had a severe anxiety attack. I didn't tell my coworkers. I didn't want to freak them out. I felt my blood pressure go through the roof. I would go in the back of the control room and I'd pray. I'd call my wife. I'd try to get her to talk me down because I was wanting to leave work. That's a no-no for me. I don't like calling out and I don't like leaving work. If I'm there, I'm there. If I need to be there, I want to be there. I pride myself in being on time. And if I'm supposed to be there, I want to be there. That's my whole deal. And I have bills, I have mouths to feed, I have responsibilities as a husband and as a father. And if I don't go to work, well, then I can't take care of these things. Yes, my wife works, but I'm the primary provider of this household. So it was starting to affect me and how I was working, and how I was going to work. What I was doing when I was at work, my mind would never shut off. I was always scared. Every ache, every pain, I was like, ooh, what's that? Am I dying? And my mom was like, oh, what's this hurting over here for? Do I have cancer? I think I have cancer. I'm not making light of cancer. I've lost some very, very close and precious people in my life due to cancer. But that's where my mind was going because of the anxiety. And so I started to just let it consume me. And that's a no-no. Like, I've never been the one to let stress and anxiety consume me. But I let it consume me to the point where it started throwing me into depression. And I was losing my appetite. That's part of the reason why I lost a bunch of weight really fast. It's because my appetite wasn't there. So I've been able to it helped my stomach to shrink some. And now I don't have as big an appetite when I sit down to eat. I can eat a normal portion of food and be full and be good for the rest of the evening when I eat dinner. And so all that kind of coincided together. But what I want to talk to you about and what I want to stress to you is, if you think you need help, and if you're like me, I've been raised in church my whole life. I've been saved since I was 7.5 years old. Always been taught God is the great physician. He can heal anybody of anything. I believe, though, sometimes his form of healing may be, hey, I put this on this earth for you to go get help. Go get some help. Don't take it as I'm on medicine. This is not what I want. Don't take it like that. Think of it as, this may be God's way of helping you. And that's what I had to do. I had to be like, you know what? Maybe this is God's way of helping me. Maybe this is his way of being like, hey, boy, you want help? You want healing? Go get on some of this medicine. Go let it help you. So I took that as my word from him. I don't like using the word sign. That's just, I don't know. I'm weird about that. But I want people to understand, if you're in my kind of situation, you got people praying for you, you've been put on prayer lists, and That may be God's way of helping you. Don't think medicine is a bad thing like I was doing. I was really, 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 really dreading having to be put on medicine. But I'm so glad that I've done it because it's making my life with my family better. It's making it easier for me to go to work. I can focus on my Bible reading and my prayer life more. I was already in the process of, a spiritual renew with that because I've strayed so far, and that's a video for another day that I'm going to get into with you guys. And I'm not a preacher. I'm not a pastor. I'm a child of God. And I just, that, like I said, that's another video I'm going to do. I'm going to explain, I'm going to give my testimony in hopes that it helps you. But I also wanted to give this as part of a testimony also in hopes that it helps you, because mental health is a scary ordeal. I went 32 years and didn't deal with any kind of mental health. I've always had sinuses and allergies. That's been it. That's my Achilles heel. Is this time of year I just get really bad sinuses and allergies because of all the pollen and the fresh cut grass and everything. But to have something like this hit me at 32 years old after I've had a kid, I've got a mortgage, I've got a wife, all of it coming together like it did at one time was starting to overwhelm me. And that was part of that anxiety hitting me. So for a long time, I would make fun of my wife when she was talking about having anxiety. She has social anxiety. I'm like, what a loser. Who has social anxiety? She works in customer service. How do you have social anxiety? You talk to people every day. But then when anxiety hit me, it knocked this big boy off his feet. It is no joke. So to anybody out there that watches this, if you have anxiety and been dealing with it for many, many years, I apologize because I had no clue. And then when it hit me, it hit me. But we're on the up and up. We've got things going our way, it feels like. Like I was saying, if you're a child of God, things are going your way. Because if I kill over right now on this video, when I open my eyes, I'm going to be in glory, so it don't matter. But try and get you some help. Don't suffer. I was suffering. Don't suffer with it. I'm just telling you, it's not worth it. It's not worth suffering. It really isn't. I hope that helps you. I hope that gives you some understanding. And if you've been wondering, if you've watched this and you was like, he flaked out on us, he must have been gaining weight. No, I've been losing weight. It ain't the way I wanted to lose it, but I've been losing weight. But we're going to keep the train rolling. I'm losing about 3 pounds a week, 2 to 3 pounds a week, which is pretty good. My goal is to be under 300 by the end of this year before we go to Disney. So y'all pray for me. Hopes that I can get there, Lord willing. But I appreciate y'all. I will try to be more consistent with my updates. And I'll see y'all on the next one. I thank y'all. I love y'all. God bless y'all. I'm out.